Here now is General Jack Keane, former U.S. Army Vice Chief of Staff and Fox News military analyst. So you and I both watched that live this morning as it was happening, and you came on right afterwards, and you said, you know what, that was refreshing to hear him say that. How come?
Well, usually what we've been experiencing, at least these last 8 years for sure, is cabinet-level secretaries, when they have a problem in their domain of responsibility, they rarely ever admit it. They don't own up to it. And here we have Secretary Kelly, who's never obviously been Secretary of Homeland Security before. He spent his entire life in the Marine Corps, a very distinguished career, and he did not coordinate with Congress, and he had to change that executive order 3 times within 24 hours, and he just admitted that, you know, we could have done better. And it's his responsibility in not doing better. And I love the personal accountability aspect of it, and obviously the forthrightness of it. And I'm excited about this general running the Secretary of Homeland Security and being responsible for our Homeland Security, because I just think he's outstanding.
To me, it struck me as a very military point of view, where it's like, rather than a politician or even a lot of people in business or even a lot of us in our regular lives, where your instinct is to say, well, if this person had done this differently, then I wouldn't have done that. And instead, he's like, you know what, I own it. I would have done this differently. And it's just, is that like a military outlook on how you approach things?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, full disclosure, we put a lot of emphasis on accountability, particularly personal accountability, and we expect the team to feel that way about it. We expect our subordinates. We want to hold our superiors to that standard as well. Yeah, it's part of a culture. But, you know, I've run into it in the business world as well since I've been out of the service, where, you know, the best of leaders, they got a problem, and they're part of that problem. They own right up to it. You know, I think it's mostly about good leadership, and that regardless of what culture that good leader is in, personal accountability and responsibility will always be part of it.
So for the part of the country that voted for Donald Trump, so much of what they said was that they were very tired of politicians and business as usual, where you didn't live up to what you said, you didn't keep your campaign promises, you didn't accept responsibility, that you were out for yourself and you're not trying to do well for the common good. And, you know, when you said that that was really refreshing, to me it kind of meant that maybe we are heading down a road where you're going to make mistakes, especially when you have people who haven't done this before, but getting out there in front, owning it, committing yourself to change, and then still heading down the road towards your goal, but with a better knowledge of where you've been, we might end up in a better place, no?
Oh, I think definitely yes. And one of the things that's driving this, certainly, is the president deserves some real credit here. I mean, he is a decisive person. He is used to getting the results of what he does, and he's very impatient about getting those results. And now it's about the United States, it's people taking care of them and doing what's right for them. And even though there's been some mistakes in the first couple of weeks, you got to give him credit for doing exactly what he said he was going to do, having a sense of urgency about it, and trying every single day to make a difference. I take my hat off to him for what he's doing, and I just think we better strap in here, because it's going to be quite a ride.
Okay, we got to go. General, thank you for coming on. Always appreciate your time.